Upazanmago dizun imin, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to this quick and easy review of linear functions. This is perfect for your upcoming summative test. In this video, we are going to cover the basics, what linear functions are, how to identify them, and some key tips to solve problems fast. So, let's dive in and make sure you're ready to ace the test. Okay, number one question. Given function y equals 3x plus 2, what is the value of y when x equals 2? It means we are going to find the value of y given the value of x, which is equal to 2. So, we are going to evaluate the function. Okay, so when x equals 2, we have y equals 3x plus 2, which is y equals 3 times 2. So, sinubstitute natin yung value ni x, which is 2. So, we have 3 times 2, that is 6, plus 2, that gives the final answer, y equals 8. So, the answer in this question is letter D. Okay, number 2 po tayo. What is the y-intercept in the equation y equals 5x minus 4? So, as we can see, the equation or the function is written in the form y equals mx plus b. M there is our slope, which means our slope is 5, and b here is the y-intercept. It means our y-intercept is negative 4, which has coordinates 0, negative 4. It means our answer in this question is letter D. Number 3 question po tayo. Find the slope given the graph on the left. So, given po yung graph ng ating function, ang hahanapin natin ay yung kanyang slope. So, recall natin na ang slope ay equal sa change in y coordinates, or that is y sub 2 minus y sub 1, or yung isang term po natin doon ay yung rise, over change in x coordinates, which is x sub 2 minus x sub 1, at yung term po natin doon ay run. So, ito, given yung kanyang graph. So, hahanapin natin yung kanyang slope. Paano natin hahanapin yung kanyang slope kapag given yung kanyang graph? So, magsisimula po tayo sa kanyang y-intercept. Kapag sinabi po nating y-intercept, that is the point on the y-axis na cross ng ating graph. At nasaan po yung point na yon? Ito, di ba? So, magsisimula tayo dito sa point 0, 2. Next, nasaan yung isang point? Kung makikita natin, isang point na visible at identified dyan ay yung point 3, negative 3. Ito, papaano natin kukunin yung slope ng dalawang point na iyan? Okay, so kapag gagamitin po natin yung concept ng rise over run, kapag rise, ikaw ay aakyat or ikaw ay bababa. Kapag run naman, ikaw ay tatakbo to the right or to the left. So, manggagaling tayo or magsisimula tayo dito sa ating y-intercept. So, rise, o ibig sabihin dito muna tayo sa ating y-axis. O ilang beses siyang bumaba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 times. Ibig sabihin 5 units yung kanyang pagbaba. Since bumaba siya, kaya that is negative 5. Next naman ay yung kanyang run. So, nasaan yung point natin? Nandito sa right. So, ibig sabihin, tatakbo siya to the right. So, we have ilang units po yon? That is 3. O, ibig sabihin, ang ating slope or that is rise over run is equal to negative 5 over 3, and that is letter C. Or, pwede rin naman na gamitin natin yung formula ng slope para makuha yung slope ng ating line. So, yung formula is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, first, we have to identify 2 points here in our graph na gagamitin natin para mahanap yung kanyang slope. And very visible dito, yung dalawang points na yan, that is 0.02 and 0.3, negative 3. So, yung dalawang points na yan, ang gagamitin natin para mahanap yung slope. Where 0.2 is our 0.1 and yung ating x sub 1 ay si 0, y sub 1 is 2. And yung 3, negative 3 naman ang ating point 2, kung saan yung ating x sub 2 ay si 3 at ang ating y sub 2 ay si negative 3. Now, let us compute for the slope. So, y sub 2, that is negative 3, minus y sub 1, that is 2, over x sub 2, 3, minus x sub 1, which is 0. Now, let us simplify. We have negative 3 minus 2, that is negative 5, over 3 minus 0, that is 3. So, parehas lang din yung ating nakuhang sagot. Ano? So, the final answer is, iginitna lang natin yung ating negative sign because that is the proper way of writing the negative sign kapag fraction yung ating sagot. So, negative 5 over 3. And that is letter C. Next po, what is the y-intercept for the given graph? So, given naman yung kanyang graph, ang hahanapin natin ay yung y-intercept. So, ulit, kapag sinabi nating y-intercept, that is a point on the y-axis that the graph touches. So, ibig sabihin, titignan natin yung ating y-axis. Nasaan dito yung point of intersection ng ating y-axis at saka ng ating graph? So, it is this point, right? So, yan yung point na yan. Ano ba yung point na yan? Ano yung kanyang coordinates? Ang kanyang coordinates ay 0, negative 1. So, our answer will be letter B. Number 5, which equation represents the graph on the left? So, given yung kanyang graph, hahanapin natin yung kanyang equation. There are 3 ways on how to determine the equation of a line. So, una ay yung using 2-point form, and then point slope form, at saka yung slope intercept form. Kahit alin sa tatlo yung gagamitin, parehas lang din yung makukuha nating sagot. So dito, sa ating given, ano yung easiest way para mahanap natin yung equation ng isang graph? So dito, ang ginamit ko ay yung y-intercept form. Dito, kailangan muna nating hanapin yung ating slope at saka yung ating y-intercept, which is B. Yung M, yun yung ating slope. Dito sa ating graph, B, kapag sinabi nating B, that is point sa ating y-axis na nadaanan ng ating graph. At dito sa ating graph, yung point na yon is point 0, 3. Ngayon, yun yung ating y-intercept. Papaano naman natin hahanapin yung kanyang slope? So, kung mapapansin natin, merong mga identify or visible dyan na point na nadaanan pa ng ating graph. So, isang point dyan ay si 1, 4. So, gamitin natin yung 1, 4 para mahanap yung kanyang slope. So, kapag slope, that is rise over run. So, ibig sabihin, okay, aakyat ka ng 2 unit and then you are going to run to the right, ilang unit? That is 1. So, ang slope natin is rise over run, that is 2 over 1 or simply 2. So, pwede rin naman natin na gamitin yung point na 2, 6, di ba? So, 2, 6. So, ilang beses kang aakyat from ating y-intercept? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to the right, 1, 2. So, you have 4 over 2 and that is 2. So, parehas lang din yung kanyang slope. Ngayon, identified na yung ating slope at saka y-intercept. So, isubstitute na natin siya sa ating formula. So, ang ating equation will be y equals ang slope natin which is 2, yan, and then plus 3, that is our y-intercept. So, the answer is letter C. Okay, number 6, which of the following table represents a linear function? So, paano? Paano natin malalaman na ang isang table of values ay nagre-represent ng linear function? So, malalaman natin na ang isang table ay nagre-represent ng linear function if the first differences on the x-coordinates are equal. Also, the first differences on the y-coordinates are equal. So, that table represents or describes a linear function. So, itest natin yung ating mga option. Dito tayo sa letter A. 4 minus 2, that is 2. Okay. 6 minus 4, that is also 2. Ganun din kay 8 minus 6. So, pare-parehas na 2. So, ayos. How about yung kanyang y coordinates? 7 minus 4 equals 3. 10 minus 7 equals 3. And 13 minus 10 equals 3. So, pare-parehas na 3. Ibig sabihin, this table represents a linear function. How about yung letter B? Okay, so 2 minus 1, yes, that is 1. 3 minus 2, that is 1. 4 minus 3, that is also 1. So, pare-parehas na 1, 1, 1 yung nasa taas. How about yung nasa baba, yung ating y coordinates? 8 minus 4, that is 4. 9 minus 8, that is 1. 4 is not equal to 1. So, dun pa lang na-violate na yung ating rule. Ibig sabihin, this table does not represent a linear function. Next, C. Negative 1 minus negative 3, the answer is 2. And then, 3 minus negative 1 is, the answer is 4. Okay, so 2 is not equal to 4. Ibig sabihin, hindi ito pwede. Last option, 0 minus negative 5 is 5. 2 minus 0 is 2. So, again, negative 5 is not equal to 2. So, doon pa lang na-violate na. So, ano lang yung option dyan na nasatisfy yung ating rule? So, that is letter A. Kaya, yung sagot natin ay letter A. Okay, next question. Which of the following best describes the x-intercept of a line? A. The x-intercept A of a line has the coordinates 0a. B. The x-intercept of a line is point of origin. C. The x-intercept of a line is the intersection of the graph and the x-axis. D. The x-intercept of a line is the turning point of the graph. So, kapag sinabi nating x-intercept, that is the point on the x-axis na nadaanan ng ating line. So, yung letter A, that is not the answer since yung coordinate ng ating x-intercept ay A0, not 0A. So, kapag ito, that is for y-intercept. Pero kapag mauuna yung A0, that is for x-intercept. So, this is not the answer. Letter B naman, x-intercept is not the point of origin. So, hindi. Letter C, x-intercept is the intersection of the graph and the x-axis. Okay, pwede. How about letter D? X-intercept of a line is the turning point on the graph. Is that the turning point? No. So, the answer is only letter C. Next, number 8. Describe the slope of the given graph. A. Since the graph is decreasing from left to right, it has a positive slope. B. Since the graph is decreasing from left to right, it has a zero slope. C. Since the graph is decreasing from left to right, it has an undefined slope. And letter D. Since the graph is decreasing from left to right, it has a negative slope. So, i-recall natin yung trend of a graph of a linear equation. So, sabi natin, if the graph is increasing from left to right, yung kanyang slope ay positive, papaakyat, ano? So, increasing from left to right. Kapag yung kanyang trend naman ay decreasing from left to right, yung kanyang slope ay negative. Kapag horizontal naman yung ating line, ibig sabihin, yung kanyang slope ay 0. So, patag, horizontal. Kaya ang kanyang slope ay 0. Kapag vertical naman o kaya bangin, pag inirelate natin sa real life bangin, yung kanyang slope ay undefined. So, dito, sa given natin, ang given is decreasing from left to right. Ibig sabihin, yung kanyang slope ay negative. And yung pamimilian na merong negative slope is letter D. So, our answer is letter D. Next, number 9. What is f of negative 2 in a linear function f of x equals x minus 2? So, dito, we are going to evaluate the function at x equals negative 2. So, yung x sa ating function ay papalitan natin ng negative 2. So, we have f of negative 2 equals negative 2, yung x pinalitan ng negative 2 minus 5. So, f of negative 2 minus 5, that is negative 7. So, our answer is letter B. Last question naman po tayo. So, problem solving about linear function. Danny works as a delivery boy in a water refilling station. His monthly salary is 6,000 plus a commission of 1.50 pesos for every gallon of water he delivered. If Danny delivered 1,200 gallons in a particular month, what would be his salary for that month? So, papaano natin kukunin yung kanyang salary for that particular month? So, constant yung 6,000. Talagang 6,000 yung kanyang monthly salary. Pero, meron pa siyang karagdagan na pera, depende doon sa number of gallons na kanyang maidi-deliver. And per gallon, that is 1.50. Ngayon, nakapag-deliver siya ng 1,200 na gallons in a particular month. So, bale, magkano lahat ang kanyang salary? So, the salary will be 1.5 times G. Yung G dyan is the number of gallons plus 6,000. So, yung 1,2 times 1.5, that is 1,800. Plus, yung sahod niya talaga for a month, which is 6,000. So, 1,800 plus 6,000, that is 7,800 and letter A. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial helped make things clearer for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any future lessons. Keep practicing and see you in the next video. Bye!